7 seniors of the girls basketball program, and Coach Kyle West will talk a little bit about them.
Hi everyone, thank you for coming down to celebrate our seniors. We have 7 fantastic seniors this year who have been just tremendous to work with the past few years. So we're going to introduce them, and then when we call their names, the families can come out with some pictures. That would be great. Our first senior is Madeline Verdue. Our next senior we want to recognize is Katie Lacasse. Our next senior is Helen May. And our next senior is Christine May. Our next senior we want to recognize is Kate Karimikas. Our next senior is Stephanie Needham. And our final senior we want to recognize is Grace Henry.
Let's hear it one more time for our 7 seniors. Thank you.
We're live here from Milton High School Wildcats Gymnasium, where the Milton High School Wildcats will take on the Newton North Tigers, girls varsity team. And we're already starting off with Naya, who's got the ball. Naya gives it over to Bert. Bert. Down in the corner to Naya. Naya shoots, and it misses. Taking it down the court is Karimbakis. Karimbakis. Over to Stephanie Needham. Needham. Over to May. May. Over to Christine May. Christine May. Back over to Needham. Needham. Over in the corner. And it's just off. That was Grace Henry with the shot there. As a pass, and it's passed right to the foot of Grace Henry. Tigers to inbound the ball. For looking for somebody open. Gives it over to Salmon. Salmon for 3. Does not go. Rebound though. Just off the mark, but she will have 2 shots. That is a doozy. First shot goes in for a doozy. A doozy. And she goes 2 for 2. Long pass over to Grace Henry. Henry with the shot, and it's off. Newton North with the rebound. There goes Bert. Bert trying to get a pass to Naya, but it does not go. And a steal for Grace Henry. Coming to Christine May. Back over to Karimbakis. Karimbakis. Over to Needham. Down low to May. Helen May, and she gets fouled. 2 shots for Helen May. Two shots here for Helen May. First one does not go. It's off the mark. Hits the back rim. 0 for 1. Trying to get at least 1 point on the board. Here's Helen May. And that one goes. 2 to 1 the score now. Taking up the court is Naya. Naya passed it to the back of the head of a doozy. She did not see that one coming. Christine May to inbound to Karimbakis. Karimbakis up the court. Over to Needham. Needham chasing it, able to keep it in. Great effort by Needham. Needham battling with it, trying to find somebody open, trying to get a look to Christine May. And there's a doozy, over. And that one's just off the mark. A foul on Salmon. And the call is blocking foul. Christine May over to Karimbakis. Karimbakis over to Helen May. Steal for Salmon. Over to Naya. Over to Doozy. Back to Naya. Trying to find somebody open. Maybe take a shot there. A doozy. Back over to Naya. Naya goes for the layup. Up and no good. But the rebound, that's no good either. Somebody trying to grab the ball. There's Needham. Christine May holding on to it. The pressure is there for the Tigers. And a foul on Karimbakis. 2 shots for Wright. Number 13 of the Tigers. 2 shots here. 0 for 1 for Wright. And that one goes. 3 to 1 the score now. Long pass over to Henry. Henry able to pass it to Needham. Over to Christine May. Over to Henry. Henry. And a steal for Salmon. Gives it over to a doozy, and it's just over the head of a doozy. Trying to make a play there with Salmon, but it just could not get there. The ball was way too high. And Christine May with the inbound. Needham. Trying to get to Karimbakis as a steal, and Naya trying to put it up and does not go. That was Burt with the steal on that play, and now Karimbakis. Needham at the top of the key. Give it a pass to Christine May. Back to Needham. Salmon really trying to go for that steal again. She's been putting the pressure tonight. Needham puts it up. Trying to get the rebound back, but Naya is able to get the rebound over Needham. And here comes Burt. Burt puts it up with the backhand and off the mark. As Karimbakis takes it up the court. 3-1 the score. Low scoring so far in this game. Karimbakis over to Needham. Needham to Christine May. Down low to Karimbakis. Over to Needham at the top of the key. She shoots. And she gets it in from the top of the key. Stephanie Needham from 3 to give the Wildcats a 1-point lead, 4-3. Burt for the Tigers. And that's going to be a travel on Burt as Christine May gets ready to inbound as we get some substitutions in the game for the Tigers. As May inbounds it to Karimbakis. Karimbakis just past the center court. Karimbakis trying to find somebody open, but holds the ball up there for too long. Adoozy with the steal. Adoozy puts it up and off the mark, but she'll get 2 shots here. Adoozy taking 2 shots here for the Tigers. She was 2 for 2 last time she was at the line. And now 3 for 3. Got some banter from the crowd right now. Trying to see if they can make a doozy miss a shot, but she is not letting it affect her. A doozy. And that one then 4 for 4 at the line. Karimbakis over to Needham. Down low to Henry. Henry dribbling with it, taking it to the rack, and an air ball shot for Henry. Long pass over to 12. 12 puts it up, and it does not go. Rebound, though, for Aduzzi. Aduzzi to number 12. 12 up to 13. That's right. Right at the top of the corner. Over to 21. 21 to right. Right shoots. And off the mark. Christine May with the rebound. Gives it to Stephanie Needham. Needham. Over to Grace Henry. Henry to Karimbakis. She shoots. Not able to bank it home. Almost a rebound for the Wildcats, but just off the fingertips of 23. As the Tigers get the rebound. There's right. Corner shot for number 3. 4-3, and it's off. Henry. Over to Karimbakis. Karimbakis trying to get it to Needham, but Aduzzi with the steal over to right. Right, and that ball is tipped out of bounds by the Wildcats. That was Needham with the tip there. It goes out of bounds. 21 with the inbound. Trying to find somebody open. Gives it to Wright in the corner. Wright takes the shot, and it's off the mark. 21 with the board. Big board power there. Aduzzi from the corner. That doesn't go. 21 with the board again. Showing the rebounding effort there. As Wright with the rebound, and that is a foul on the Wildcats. 3 offensive boards for the Tigers. And Wright will get 2 shots here. She was 1 for 2 last time at the line. And now 1 for 3. Trying to at least make 1 shot. Here's Wright. And that one goes in. 2 for 4 on the day at the line. Needham. Speeding up a little bit. Karimbakis. Corner to Henry. Henry trying to get some sort of offensive motion going here. 23. Up to Henry. Henry shoots. And it's off the mark with 23 trying to get the board. And it's off the fingertips of Aduzzi, according to the ref. And we'll get some substitutions as Verdot enters the game. Vetelin Verdot for the Wildcats. And Karimbakis. Karimbakis puts it up, trying to force the foul, but the ref sees nothing. Over to 21. 21. Over to Burt. Burt. Over to 21. 21. Trying to find a lane. Trying to get to Burt. Burt cutting to the hoop. Gives the 21 in the corner. Decides not to take the shot. Over to Burt. Burt. Pressure by Christine May on Burt. Trying to go for the steal is Needham. Christine May also going against the ball. 21 puts it up, and it does not go. Naya with the rebound. Over to Burt. Burt taking it to the rack, and we're going to get a foul on the Wildcats. I believe that is a blocking foul. Burt to inbound. Gives it the 3 in the corner for 3. Not able to go. 21 at the top of the key. Burt cutting towards the hoop. And it's off the mark. The offensive rebound game for the Tigers today, though, has been on point. One of the reasons why they have a lead in this game is because of those offensive rebounds. As the Wildcats will take it up the court. Here's Karimbakis. Karimbakis And I don't know if that was a foul or it was out of bounds. It was a reach-in foul. Karimbakis off the inbound. Defense of the Tigers has been great. Needham. They'll find somebody open. And there's Karimbakis. And a blocking foul on Burt. Henry to inbound the ball. Over to Needham. Needham puts it up and in. Forcing the contact and able to put the ball in the netting. And now Wright with the ball. Over to Naya. Over to 15. 15. Over to Naya. Naya. Clock counting down. Naya. Pressure by the Wildcats. And the ball goes out of bounds. Inbound for the Tigers. 3 seconds on the clock. Tied 6-6. Finding somebody in the middle, in the paint. Trying to look for Wright there. But the ball is tipped away by the Wildcats. 21 with the inbound. Corner, 24. 24 puts it up. And it wasn't even close. So that'll be the end of the first quarter. And we'll go into the second. The score is 6-6. We've seen a good amount of defense today in this game. It's low scoring. It's, 6-6, so it's low scoring so far. But one of the biggest stories is definitely the Tigers' offensive rebound game that has been very strong today. And the defense all around has been absolutely great for this game so far. And both the coaches will meet with their teams before they head out for the second quarter of this game. And we're back for the second quarter. Score is 6-6. Defensive game so far. And it looks like the Tigers will start with the ball. Inbound to Naya. Naya taking it up the court. Over to Wright. Wright in the corner to 24. 24. Bounce pass to Naya. To 15. Over to 24. 24. Trying to get it to Wright, but Wright is still able to pick that ball up. Over to 24 in the corner. A good open shot, and it's off the mark. 14 with the rebound, puts it up, and it does not go in. That was Salmon trying to put it up there, but didn't even hit the rim. And now 11 will take the ball up for the Wildcats. That is Christina McAnulty, the junior guard. Naya takes it up for the Tigers as that ball was forced out by them and was given back to them. Naya over to 15 in the corner, and they're gonna call it a travel on the Tigers. Karimbakis to inbound the ball over to 23, Katie Lacasse. Needham to Karimbakis. Karimbakis to Needham. Needham cuts to the rack, puts it up and in. Taking it with both their hands to put it up and in through the netting, and that gives the Wildcats a 2-point lead. Naya gives it to Salmon. A little more speed for this Tigers team as they are playing down. Right to Naya. Naya over to right. Right, trying to find somebody open. Right gives it to Naya. Naya in the corner to 24. Pressure's there by Henry. Right in the paint. Right puts it up. Gets the rebound, puts it up again and in. And one for Wright. And a chance for the three-point play. Another offensive rebound for the Tigers there. It has been one of the main reasons why they are in this game. Right, the shot is up. And she cashes in. 9-8 the score. And Aduzzi with the chance of the steal, and Wright able to pick it up after the Aduzzi steal. Aduzzi over to Naya. Naya gives it over to 3. Wright sets the screen. 3 to 14. That's Salmon for 3. Off the mark. And taking up the court is McAnulty. Over to Needham. Needham. Salmon with the steal. Salmon taking it all alone. And off the mark. A wide open shot, and was just not able to put it in the netting. Lucky break there for the Wildcats. McAnulty over to Karimbakis. Karimbakis cutting to the netting. McAnulty steps back, almost decided to shoot. Karimbakis over to McAnulty. McAnulty over to Helen May. And the defense by the Tigers. Right, Salmon puts it up and no good. And a reach and foul on the Tigers. A lot of good shot opportunities there, but not one of them was able to go through in that minute past of this second quarter, or around 5 minutes to go. Looking for the inbound was McNulty. Found somebody. McAnulty. Henry over to McAnulty. Back to Henry. Henry almost decides to shoot but doesn't. Karimbakis over to Ava Reagan. And that ball just went out of bounds. Karimbakis to McAnulty. McAnulty over to Helen May. Screen by Reagan and out of bounds as Henry had the ball. And the force out of bounds by Salmon on the Tigers. Karimbakis to inbound. Karimbakis. And we'll get a timeout. back in the second quarter. Henry blocked. A chance for Wright to score on the other side. But the defense was there for the Wildcats. Aduzzi over to Naya. Naya over to Aduzzi. Aduzzi to Naya. Over to 3. 3 to Aduzzi for 3. Off the mark. And it is going to be a over the back on Wright. And McAnulty looking for the inbound. The pressure is there for the Tigers. They are forcing pressure already. Karimbakis. Got to watch out for that 8-second. And they try to force it, and it does not go well for them, but they're able to attempt at a defensive play, but it goes out of bounds. May almost had the steal on that. For the Wildcats, you cannot be forcing that ball. I know the pressure is there from the Tigers, but you cannot be forcing passes like that. Number 12, over to Aduzzi. Aduzzi to Wright. Wright for 3. A little past the arc, and it's off. 3, over to Aduzzi. Aduzzi with the behind the back. And a steal for the Wildcats. And it'll be the Wildcats' ball. Christine May for the inbound. Needham. Needham to McAnulty. McAnulty forcing it. Underhand and in. The underhand layup from Christina McAnulty. And she's able to put it in the netting, and that'll give them a 1-point lead. And Aduzzi at the arc to Naya. Naya pushing forward back to Aduzzi. Pressure's there from McAnulty. Over in the corner, snake eye pass to number 3. And it's off the mark. Henry to McAnulty as she takes it up the court. She gives it over to Needham. Needham over to Ava Reagan, over to Christina May. And the steal from Wright, and it's off the mark. The defense was there from Stephanie Needham. McAnulty, and that's going to be a shooting foul on the Tigers. McAnulty will get 2 shots here. 2.5 minutes left in the second quarter of this game. The Wildcats lead 10-9. McAnulty 2 shots here. The first one. And it hits the back rim. Trying to at least hit 50% at the line. McAnulty. Shot is up. And that's off too. And Naya will get the board. Over down low to the 21. Back to Naya. Over to Wright. Wright to Aduzzi. Aduzzi to Wright. Wright puts it up and off the mark. Christine May fighting for that ball back. And she wins the battle. And that'll be a timeout on the Tigers. We'll be back. Just waiting on the Wildcats to get out of the huddle. And the Tigers will inbound. Over to right. Right in the paint. Over to 12. Tanaya to right. Needham on right. Right backing up, trying to see who's open. Gives it back to Naya. Naya looking to see who's open. Maybe deciding to pick a lane here. Almost loses the ball, but able to pick it back up. Right. Shoots from way downtown. And that is off the mark. Aduzzi. Tanaya. Back to Aduzzi. Aduzzi decides to take the shot, and it's off the mark. 12 going in for that board. Back to Aduzzi. Aduzzi. Almost lost the ball there, but able to pick it back up. There's Naya. Naya. Cutting towards the rim, but the defense is there for the Wildcats. There's Right. Right back to Naya in the corner. Naya over to 21 in the corner, but it is way off the mark. That pass was nowhere near. Christine May gives it to McAnulty. McAnulty over to Reagan. Reagan. And a steal after the bad pass. And then Aduzzi back over to 12. 12 for 3. And she cashes in. What a shot from number 12 from downtown. And it wasn't even like it was a standing shot. It was a pickup and banking it home. And we'll get a timeout. Score is 12-10 in favor of the Tigers. And we will be back. And we're back now with under a minute left in the second quarter. Score is 12-10 in favor of the Tigers. Christine May to inbound. Over to McAnulty. Over to Reagan. Reagan. Back to McAnulty. McAnulty trying to take the outside, but 21 is all over that. McAnulty, the forcing defense by 21. And it will still be the Wildcats' ball. The force out by 21. And May will inbound. May to Reagan. Hits her in the face. Off the tip hand, though, of the Tigers. And May will be able to inbound this ball again, or not May. It's Henry inbounding the ball, my mistake. Henry over to Needham, the tip from Salmon. The defense has been there today for Salmon. Over to 21, she didn't expect that ball, but she's able to retain the possession there. Over to Aduzzi at the top of the key. Aduzzi, they lead by 2. Aduzzi cutting to the rack, puts it up, and in the underhand layup for Aduzzi. And the clock is running. McAnulty, 15 seconds. We're getting to 10 seconds. McAnulty over to Henry. Henry trying to find somebody open. That clock is ticking. There's 3. Needham puts it up for a final shot, and it's off the mark. So we will go into the half with the Tigers leading 14-10 over your Wildcats. We will be back for the third quarter. And we are back. It's Michael here with MATV, bringing you the girls varsity basketball game, and we are getting right to it. Here's Reagan. Reagan cutting to the rack, puts it over the, and it's no good. Tries to float it up, but it could not go in, and here's a doozy for the Tigers. They'll get the Tigers lead by 4. Putting it up is number 4. Another shot and in. That was Burt. Able to get the offensive rebound and over to Burt again as a doozy gets the steal. But the Wildcats are able to take it right back in. Here's McAnulty. McAnulty up and under. Off the mark. Here's Naya. Up the court over to Salmon. Salmon and Naya. Not able to get a hand on it. Burt from the corner. And it's in. And just like that, the Tigers lead by 9. Strong start for the Newton North Tigers. Burt with the defensive play there, pokes it out of bounds. And the Wildcats will inbound. Reagan. Over to McAnulty. McAnulty backs up, trying to see who's open. Needham. Moving around with it, pivoting. Needham to Karimbakis. Karimbakis. Over to Needham. Needham. Trying to get a look to Reagan. And there's going to be a foul on the Tigers. Karimbakis trying to get a McAnulty. Over to Grace Henry. That was a slow pass. Otherwise, definitely that open shot there. Reagan pivoting underneath the hoop. Decides to put it up and in. Ava Reagan, the guard, the junior guard. And there's Burt. Tigers are wasting no time getting this ball down the court. Trying to keep the momentum on their side. A doozy. Over to Wright. Wright puts it up. And off the mark, rolls over both rims and out. McAnulty. Over to Stephanie Needham. Needham. Cutting to the rack. And it's going to be a shooting foul on Salmon. And Needham will get 2 shots here. Don't know what the ref was signaling there. And Needham, 2 bounces and out. 0 for 1. Needham. And that one goes. And a swish. Couldn't even hear it. Naya. Over to Burt. Wasted no time again. A doozy. The fast-paced momentum for the Tigers has been their strong suit. Right. Over to Naya. Over to Burt. Burt with Henry in her face. There's Naya. Naya's got McAnulty on her. Burt with Henry on her. Burt tries to find a lane. Naya cutting towards Burt in the corner. Henry staying on Burt. Over to Wright. Wright puts it up and rolls in and out and puts it back up and in to get that 8-point lead and a chance for the 3-point play. And 1 for Wright. Right. And she gets the 3-point play. The Tigers lead by 9. Needham over to McAnulty. Tigers still putting the pressure on. And good eye by the ref, able to catch Needham out of bounds there. Naya. Naya cutting towards the rack, puts it up, and a foul on the Wildcats. Foul on Reagan. Oh, no, that was on Christina McAnulty. My mistake. And Nia will put that up. And it goes in. Double-digit lead by 10 points. And Nia makes it an 11-point lead for the Tigers. Karimbakis forcing defense there by the Tigers. Just throwing it to no end. Throwing it to nowhere. Kyle West is not happy. The coach for the Wildcats is not a happy man right now. 12. Over to Aduzzi. Aduzzi to right in the paint. Falls down. And personal foul on the Tigers. And the Wildcats will inbound. Karimbakis over to Needham. Reach in on Aduzzi. Karimbakis forcing pass there. And now the Tigers will inbound. Twelve. Over to Nia. Over to Burt. Burt for three. Not able to cash in, but right with the rebound, puts it up and in for the Tigers. Right with the putback and the and one. There have been a lot of those today for the Tigers. Chance for the three-point play. Tigers lead by 13 points. Needham able to get the rebound and up over to McAnulty. Needham. And Reagan. Reagan to Needham. Needham puts it up and it does not go, but a chance for a rebound. Needham fighting for that rebound back, puts it back up, and a foul on the Tigers. That was number 12 with the foul there. Foul with a 12 on 12. With the foul on 12. And Needham through the hoop. 1 for 1. Needham. And rolls off the rim and out. Aduzzi taking it up. Still with the fast pace, holding a 12-point lead, but they are keeping that fast-paced momentum. 3 over to Aduzzi. Aduzzi. Over in the corner. That's right, and it's out. Off the mark, Burt with a chance at a three. And she banks it from downtown. Good amount beyond the arc. Able to bank it home, 29-14. Tigers lead. Needham over to Henry. Henry. And that ball will roll out of bounds. Off the tip, and May will inbound the ball in. Needham. Down low to Reagan. Reagan to Needham. Needham puts it up, and way off the mark there. And 21 will take the ball up the court. 21. Over to Aduzzi. Aduzzi in the paint to right. Right in the corner to three. She's wide open. And off the mark, right with the board, though. Offensive rebounds have been key for the Tigers in this game. It's the reason why they lead by so much. Aduzzi. Over to right. Right cuts to the rack. Aduzzi, a wide open shot. And she does not able to cash that in. And the Wildcats will get the board. McAnulty with a doozy. McAnulty, underhand, and they are not gonna count it. It was a shooting foul on the, or charge. It was a charge, I guess, on the Cats. That was McAnulty called on the charge there. 3, over to Aduzzi. Aduzzi cuts to the rack, underhand. Off the mark, but a foul. Aduzzi will get 2 shots. She cashes that one in, 1 for 1. And that just hit 30 points for the Tigers. Aduzzi, 2 for 2, 31-14 the score. Leading by 17 in this game. Needham, the wide open shot, off the mark. And out of bounds on the Tigers. And May will inbound the ball. Or not, Needham will inbound the ball. Coach called for the change on that one. Needham trying to look for somebody open to Karimbakis. And Needham in the corner. Off the mark. Rebound by Helen May. Another rebound by Helen May. Another one. Trying to get that ball back, and it rolls right off the fingertips, and the Tigers will take it over to 3. 3 puts it up, and that will be off the mark. And a blocking foul on 3. Subbed in for the Wildcats is Sophie McFadden, the sophomore guard. Needham over to McFadden, over to Karimbakis. Karimbakis trying to find somebody open, and a reach and foul on the Tigers. And Karimbakis with 2 shots here. Rolls off the rim. And 0 for 1 there. 21 to Aduzzi. Aduzzi to 12. 12 to 3. 3. Back to Aduzzi. Deciding what to do with it here is Aduzzi. Aduzzi. Over to 12. Needham on 12. And a steal for Helen May. And Karimbakis takes it up. Trying to match the speed of the Tigers here. Needham over to McFadden. Over to Needham. Needham for 3. Off the mark. That shot has just not been going in today for Needham. Needham over to Reagan. Reagan, high shot there and off the mark. Aduzzi, long past the 15 and knocked out by Reagan, and the inbound opportunity for the Tigers. The freshman center, Victoria Fish, has just been subbed in for the Wildcats. And corner shot for Wright. Off the mark. 31-14. Clock is at 20 seconds. Karimbakis Over to Grace Henry in the corner. Off the mark. And Victoria Fish trying to get the rebound there, but was not able to. Clock is running. Here's Naya for the Tigers. Tigers looking for a lane. 7 seconds. Naya over to right. Right in the corner to 15. Off the mark. Salmon puts it up. And that is awful. Off as well off the mark. And that'll be the end of the third quarter. Your score, the Newton North Tigers 31. Milton High School Wildcats 14. And we'll be back for the fourth quarter. And we are back for the final quarter of this game. 15 with the shot. Off the mark, right with the rebound. Also off the mark, but Needham with the rebound. Needham. Both feet were spread apart at the backcourt line. I don't know what that, couldn't tell. Over to McAnulty. McAnulty. The Wildcats have got to get back in this game, and that is not a strong start. Naya. Over to Salmon. Salmon for three. And that's off the mark. A lot of bounces. 15. Puts it up and in for the Tigers, making it 33-14. 19-point lead for the Tigers. Wildcats need to get something on this board. They have not scored in a while. Needham. Over to Karimbakis. Over to Henry. McAnulty to Needham. Needham. Taking a lot of steps there. And off the mark. Anaya. 15 for three. The confidence from number 15. Banks it home. 22-point lead for the Tigers. 36-14 currently. With under 7 minutes to go in the quarter. Reagan. Down low to Henry. Henry. The hook shot. And it's off the mark. 21 with the board. Tanaya. To right. Right Tanaya. Over to 21. 21 to 15. 15. Over to 21. Trying to make a play here. Naya. Salmon sets the screen. Naya. To right. Shot there and it's off. Bounces off both fingertips of the Tigers players. And goes out of bounds. Karimbakis will inbound the ball here for the Wildcats. McAnulty. Over to Needham. Over to Henry in the corner. And she cashes in from the corner to take this game within 19. Naya. Up. Does not go. Needham. Over to McAnulty. McAnulty. Trying to find somebody open. McAnulty in the corner to Reagan. Reagan cuts to the hoop. Reagan puts it up and off the mark. But a chance for two shots here for Ava Reagan. 2 shots here for Reagan. Takes the first shot. And it's off the mark. Hits the back rim and out. Reagan with a second shot. And that's also off the mark. Not able to get any free throws to go in. And this game will still stay within 19. 5:17 remaining in the fourth quarter. And a foul on the Wildcats that will lead to Burt at the line. Burt. Not able to bank that in, but right with the rebound and puts it up for another and one on the day. Or night, I should say, for Wright. That is her 4th and 1. And she's converted on all of them so far. And this one as well. 4 3-point plays for Wright. McAnulty. Burt with the tip. But Henry's able to pick it up. Henry over to 24. That is McFadden. Over to Needham. Over to Karimbakis. Karimbakis. And that is an air ball on that. Naya over to 24 in the corner. And that's in. Banks it in from the corner. 42-17. As McFadden has the ball now for the Wildcats. McFadden over to Needham. Needham over to Karimbakis. Karimbakis. McFadden, Karimbakis. Over to Henry. Henry cutting, and it rolls off the rim and out. Right. Back to Naya. Over to 24. Over to Burt. Burt in the corner, 4 minutes left in this game. Naya. Naya cutting towards the rack. She sees a lane, puts it up and in to make it 44 for the Tigers. And the Wildcats will take a timeout, down 44-17. And we will be back. That was a quick timeout for Kyle West as he takes all the seniors out. Well, not all of them. There's a couple seniors, but all the seniors that were just out, he just took out of the game. And Burt over to 24. 24 over to Burt. Burt over to Aduzzi. Aduzzi over to 24. 24. Over to number 12. Back to Aduzzi. Aduzzi, the step back shot. And it's off the mark. As Christine May takes it up. Gives it back to Reagan. Reagan. To Christine May over to Reagan. 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 Forcing a shot there at this point, and it's off. Aduzzi with the rebound. Aduzzi over to 24. 24, the open look. And it's off the mark. Helen May over to Reagan. Over to Verdot. Verdot! And it's off the mark. Christine May stepping up on Burt. And a foul. foul on the Wildcats as the rest of the seniors get taken out. Burt. That shot's off the mark. 12 with the rebound. And 42 with the board over to McFadden. McFadden to Victoria Fish. And that's off the mark. McFadden. To Fish. Fish. Over to Reagan. Reagan puts it up. And it's off the mark. Reagan with the board over to Fish. Fish puts it up. And in. Victoria Fish converts on the layup opportunity to make this game 44-19. So with 1:44 left and the score 44-19, it looks like the Tigers are going to win this game. Tough senior day for the Wildcats, but a big congratulations to them and their accomplishments. 24 from the corner, and that's off the mark as the clock runs down. Weird time for a substitution there, but McAnulty comes in. McFadden on the inbound pass. And Burt takes that one away. Burt taking it, puts it up, and off, but in on the rebound for number 12. McAnulty. Taking up the court, McAnulty. Over to McFadden. Over to Samantha Kelly. And that ball goes out of bounds. Off the tip of Burt. McFadden to inbound. McAnulty. To McFadden. 35 seconds left. 42. Over to Victoria Fish. Fish. Up and in. As Burt takes it up. Gives it to 25. 25 over to 12. 12 over to Burt. Burt. Backs up, and they're going to let this clock run down, possibly. Burt, ankle breaker. And an air ball for the Tigers. And that ball will be in the hands of the Tigers to end this one. 3 seconds left. Score 46-21. Burt to inbound. 25. Puts it up for a final shot. And a foul on the Wildcats. Don't know why they're taking a shot there. There's 3 seconds left, and you know you're going to win this game, so. But, you know. Maybe she just won some points. 25 cashes in there on the basket. Another shot. Off the mark. And that will end this game. It looked like a good one, but the Tigers were able to pull away and take a massive jump in the third quarter. A third quarter surge with a final score of 47-21. On senior day, congratulations to all the seniors of the Milton Wildcats. On the girls varsity basketball team, I'm Michael Ouellette with MATV. We'll see you next time.